You're putting in 40 hours a week, showing up, grinding through your inbox, staying late some nights, and Friday rolls around with half of your real priorities still untouched. Research suggests most people get around 32 hours of actual focused work out of a 40-hour week. The rest disappears into meetings that should have been emails, context switching, and low-priority tasks that feel busy but aren't productive. So what if instead of pretending those 8 hours matter, you cut them on purpose with a plan? Today we're covering what a 32-hour work week looks like in practice, why the research says it works, and a 3-step standard operating procedure to start compressing your week without dropping anything that matters. The 32-hour work week isn't about doing less. It's about doing the same work in less time by being ruthless about where every hour goes. The concept has been around since the 1970s, but the real-world trials from companies around the globe have brought it back in a big way. In August 2019, Microsoft Japan ran their Work-Life Choice Challenge. They closed the office every Friday for an entire month. All 2,300 employees got paid a 3-day weekend, 5 weeks in a row. Meetings were capped at 30 minutes. Remote communication replaced most in-person meetings. Productivity, measured by sales per employee, rose nearly 40% compared to the same month the year before. Electricity costs dropped 23%. Pages printed fell nearly 60%. Less time, more output. That's what happens when you strip out the padding. Now the standard operating procedure in 3 steps. Step 1, run a time audit before you change anything. Spend next week tracking where your time goes in 30-minute blocks. Not what you planned, what you did. Most people find 2 or 3 categories eating 30 to 40% of their week. Meetings they didn't need to be in, reactive emails, and tasks done out of habit rather than priority. That audit is your cut list. You can't compress what you haven't mapped. Step 2, protect your deep work hours like they are non-negotiable. In a 32-hour week, your best thinking can't happen in the scraps between meetings. Block 2 or 3 hours every day, ideally mornings, for your highest leverage work. No meetings, no inbox. This is where your real productivity lives. Everything else fills in around it, not the other way around. And step 3, install a weekly shutdown ritual. Every Thursday or whatever day is your last day, spend 20 minutes doing a full review. What got done? What moves to next week? What's the first priority Monday morning? This closes the mental open loop so you can disconnect on your day off instead of mentally grinding through it in your head all day. The whole point of compressing your week isn't just efficiency, it's recovery. And recovery only works if you actually shut down. Look, the 40-hour work week was built around the factory floor in 1926. Things have changed. If Microsoft can pull off a 40% productivity jump just in trimming meetings and cutting a day, your week has more room in it than you think. And look, you don't have to announce this, and your company doesn't have to make it a formal thing. You can just quietly operate this way. Run the audit, protect the hours, and get 8 hours of your life back to yourself every week. Your move.